It's movie time with John DeSando and his friends online. So everything is gonna be just fine. From the top down to the bottom. He's gonna let you know if you should stay home or if you should go. Might even yell if it's a spectacle. From San Francisco to Long Island. 'Cause nothing's better than a motion video.
It's Movie Time is produced and hosted by John DeSando. Listen to broadcast shows Fridays at 4:01 and 8:01 p.m. Read reviews and listen to shows online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Wayne Miller.
And it's movie time.
Yep.
And we have a humdinger.
Wow. And I tell you, this is a movie, and we're talking about one battle, one after another. What is it?
One battle after another.
Yep. And which is very interesting and exciting movie, pretty long. Oh, it clocks in about 2 hours 45 minutes.
Right.
Humdinger of a chase scene, and I think I even looked over at you. Wow, look at that! They must have like one of those steady cams mounted on the bumper of this car as they were racing through the desert. But this one is something much deeper, and the reviews that I read, quite interesting. A lot of critics really love it, and they're kind of kicking it around as an Oscar contender.
Well, there's no question. And full disclosure, it's my favorite movie of the year so far.
Yeah.
And Paul Thomas Anderson is no tyro about making movies.
No.
And he has two of my favorites, both with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay, yep, the one, There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be
the
Blood.
second one is...
Phantom Thread.
Yes. And also, one of the funniest films years ago with Mark Wahlberg.
Yes,
Yes.
Boogie Nights.
Yes, Boogie Nights, but also Magnolia.
Oh, Magnolia, of
Yes.
course, with Tom Cruise.
Exactly.
All right, so we'll look a little bit later at him.
Yep.
Right now, one battle after another is interesting from an historical perspective, and this is why I knew that you would probably be interested in it.
Yep.
Because it starts with the revolutionaries, the rebels in the 60s.
Yes, yeah, the French 75 they call themselves.
Yes.
Viva la Revolution, yeah.
And their blasting expert is played by Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Bob, yeah.
Without question, his best movie role.
Oh,
so
yeah. And really, and he's not, he's certainly not the typical pretty boy in this as he was.
Yeah.
But also, really some laugh out loud moments, like particularly early on when he calls, the line that he would call for, to get hooked up to his fellow revolutionaries. And he couldn't remember the password.
Yes, right.
And he said, "What?"
It's a constant motif.
Yes, I knew most of the passwords. Why can't you just let me? What? You hung up on me?
He played kind of a dense idiot in Flowers of the whatever the movie. And here he's much smarter.
Yeah.
But here he has taken on the baggage of a daughter.
Yep.
And somebody I also liked that fiery lady in the beginning.
Oh yes.
She was very good.
His lover and the head.
Perfidia.
Yes, Perfidia Beverly Hills.
Teyana Taylor, yes.
And I love that. And I think some of the Anderson's humor really seeps in with the names of the people. Like really, this guy who's a revolutionary, a bland name of Bob Anderson, I believe. And then also the Colonel Lockjaw, played by Sean Penn, who, to me, comes close to almost parody, but he kind of steals every scene he's in.
Oh yeah, well he's certainly a knockoff of No Country for Old Men.
Yes.
With Anton Chigurh, whatever his name is, played by Javier Bardem.
Yes.
And this is one wicked guy.
Oh God.
With his blonde hair.
Right. But also his stick up the butt walk that he had, that he could really, with a squint of one eye, do a good job as Popeye the Sailor Man.
And he kind of abducts, doesn't he? This Perfidia.
Yeah, and that's one of the lingering mysteries, especially some of the reviews I read, that they do kind of say that he's the biological father of the daughter that Perfidia had, and that was basically kind of considers the girl's real father, Leo's character.
Yeah, and we had a question. I called up our colleague, Hope Madden,
Yes.
and
yeah.
she agrees with us that it was probably his daughter.
Well, because we got that scene where it looked like the DNA test or something
Yeah,
like that.
That's what I mean
Yeah.
by the lockjaw. It's
Yes.
probably his daughter, but it's
Yeah.
not real clear
No,
because Leo takes over as father.
exactly.
In the latter part of the film, very nice, tender
Yes,
scene for
yes.
him.
And really kind of cute scenes of this teenage girl being trained as a revolutionary.
Oh, boy,
you know,
is she good, yes.
and she does a superb job, and I think she's really the best part of the movie is her spunkiness. When she's kidnapped, by these people. But one of the things that we'll probably get into later during the Back Talk podcast is the how it's they say the left is embracing this movie and as an indictment of how of what America is becoming, kind of a fascist state.
Okay, all right.
And, but I'm so glad I just read a review this morning from Fox News that, of course, they did not like it, and they think it's they view it as more of an indictment of what is in the news right now, as they're calling that the leftists are the far left wing is much more violent than anything that the mega group could come up with, and so they're thinking that's part of it too, and they don't like the whole presentation of, and you really don't, outside of maybe early on when you get a sense, maybe it's 60s, 70s, whatever, or later than that, obviously, but is this present day U.S.?
Yeah, and I think
or a possible near future.
well, it's reminding me of Civil War.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
that's
where
what,
the director keeps it unclear
yes,
as to who are really the bad guys.
exactly.
And since we no longer have revolutionaries such as they're depicting here in the 60s, it's a different world. However, I do think you're right, and I do think that those commentators are correct, that there is a relevance to the current fascist environment.
Exactly. Yeah, and especially like Colonel Lockjaw,
Yes.
Sean Penn's character could fill in with for any member of ICE.
Yeah.
As they round up undocumented people. But anyhow, the doesn't take away though, even though that they think this is a much deeper movie and people are reading a lot into it, that I think it's an enjoyable movie. I think it's not for everybody, because I could, as you can come to mind, certain friends of ours who would not care for this movie.
Yeah,
And,
right, yeah. And for me, as I track over the last few years, the superhero films, you and I have talked about the family motif.
Exactly.
And particularly fathers looking for daughters. I find that the predominance of them, of
Right.
these heroes, are looking to reconnect with their daughters
Right.
more than their sons.
Exactly. And definitely in this one. And
Yeah.
there's a number of other movies out there, you're right, that have the whole family theme and some of them more of a sub-theme of the father wanting to protect a daughter who may not need protection.
Yeah.
But I started thinking, because since it's getting Oscar buzz, particularly for the director-writer, Paul Thomas Anderson, that if there would be any of the stars, actors or actresses, that would be up for any type of an award.
Well, I surely think that Sean Penn is going to be up.
It could be.
Unless
and some think that maybe it's more of a parody on the militaristic type of person like that. It definitely is, but he does a good job.
Yeah.
And I think particularly at the end there, when his face is all scarred up, and he's got kind of like now a perpetual sneer on his face, from injuries that he received, and he was so happy to join this. Well, it seemed to be like a white supremacist group, the Christmas Adventurers, which is, which you know a little bit about early in the film, is he's really trying to become a member, and at the end it seems like that he did.
And the scene where he's trying to join the Christmas Adventurers is just fantastic. And,
Yeah.
and the ending you and I just really enjoyed.
Yeah, as he's so excited that he's there, and they're showing him this nice office, and he sits back in his plush new office with a great view out the window and everything, and someone's coming out of the vent in the ceiling.
So why don't you tell everybody the ending?
Yeah, I didn't quite. I set it up for him, but I didn't quite give it away.
You think I can edit that out? I think I can. Or maybe
but not the video. But not the video.
But maybe not the podcast. It's
Yeah,
just
okay.
a regular broadcast that
Yeah.
we have to be careful about.
Definitely.
But I thought that the part that we lost a minute or two,
Yeah.
and as an aside, which I'll cut out, is we should have just stayed, just not gone in and waited the half hour to see the beginning of it.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, I don't know why we felt we had to get
No,
it.
because I was kind of surprised. I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is, because we missed a little,
Yeah.
and you know me, I just.
Oh, no, I'm the same way, but
Hopefully we didn't miss that much.
No, I don't think
Because
so.
but it was, I don't know, could be, even if they showed trailers and everything, and like they usually do now, a commercial right beforehand.
Yeah.
But we still might have missed maybe a crucial 5
Yeah,
minutes.
well, and I think that first part where they're reenacting the revolutionaries in the 60s. And
Right.
they've got a caper going on there that I was really pretty riveted to.
Yeah.
And Leo was there as the bomb expert.
Yes.
And I really thought that that was a fine opening to then slide into the more personal.
Well, it could have been that there may have been, maybe even in the title credits sometimes, a little bit of
Right, yeah.
a little bit of the future,
Yeah.
as far as what's going to happen in the movie.
Well, that won't
It sets
happen
you
again
up.
as you and I get there and we start engaging in those young
Yeah.
baristas. We gotta
Yeah.
not be
Well, it's
sidetracked.
because we're gonna do the 6 o'clock showing at
I know,
5:30 that we went to.
Anyway, so that opening sequence is lively
Yeah.
and indicative of the fact that Paul Thomas Anderson is not gonna let you sleep through this movie.
No,
And
no,
everything fits to the mosaic.
yes,
And it begins to feel overburdened with characters and plots, but it actually works itself out.
Yeah.
Somewhere past the half, you got the full
and
idea.
I think the one is our friend Del Toro, that I would have liked to have seen more of him.
The sensei.
Yes,
I think-
and that he was so very funny, because he was really rather laid back character.
As an actor, he is so cool.
Yes, yes, but usually would play more of a hyper type of character.
Oh, yeah.
But here, he was just kind of laid back and having a good old
And
time.
he-
I would have liked to have seen more of that.
Yeah, and he, oh. Well, Wayne Miller,
Okay,
the movie is one battle after another.
yep,
What do you recommend?
I recommend it, I liked it, but not to say that everybody would like it. So I would say read up on it a little bit before you go, if it's something you really want to see, because it's close to 3 hours.
It's ready, it's a roller coaster ride for you. And when you see one of the latter sequences in that car chase,
Yes.
with the rolling California
Yeah,
hills,
yeah. and
while
the
I
deserts.
complained they spent so much time doing that, I began to realize how beautiful it was. And when I saw the upshot of that race,
Yeah.
I thought this really works well.
Well, and they kind of talk a little bit, which I liked, kind of comparing it to some of Coen's brothers' best.
DeSando and his friends online. So everything is gonna be just fine. From the top down to the bottom. He's gonna let you know